Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrali sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Now, children, how is everyone? Hope that you all have understood the scenario-based question that we discussed. That was of specimen paper 2A. Yes? Okay, now today, as per our promise, we are here to learn the scenario-based question, specimen paper 2B. Before we proceed to the actual question, a repetition of you need to know how can you score very easily in this 15-mark question. The very first thing is you need to analyze that your answer should be following these things. For example, that your assessment objective 2, here you need to know that you need to apply the knowledge and understanding of the principles and concepts of computer science to a given context, including the analysis and design of computational thinking or programming problems. And for that, what you need to see, what you need to know, very important is that you should be concentrating on, you are going to find out that whether your program is using any selection situation, your program needs any iteration. So if it's iteration, which loop structure is supposed to be used, whether your program is dealing with any counting concept or totaling concept, and definitely inputs and outputs. So if you have identified in your question, in your scenario, all these things, selection needed, yes, just write down before you start solving. Iteration, which loop structure is supposed to be used? Similarly, is your question dealing with any counting scenario? Is it dealing with any totaling or average? Similarly, which inputs are needed and what are the outputs? So if you have identified all these things, then definitely you can score 9 out of 9 for assessment objective 2. Besides this, any use of variables or arrays or other language dependent structures that you are using, first thing is they should be used appropriately. They should be given meaningful names and you should be declaring them appropriately. The right data type should be used. And again, you can easily score if you have paid attention to these all details. Any questions regarding assessment objective 2? You have identified the selection statement if needed. You have identified the loop if needed. You've identified that whether there's any counting or totaling to be done, and definitely which inputs are needed and what are the outputs required. So if you have done it accurately before you start solving, then definitely you are able to score 9. Okay, understood? Any questions? Okay, now let's move on to the next assessment objective. This is our assessment objective 3. Here, you are supposed to provide solutions to problems by evaluating computer systems, by making reasoned judgments, and presenting conclusions. And again, you can easily score 6 out of 6 if you have identified the things appropriately. And what are the things? The program has been fully commented. Definitely, wherever comments are needed, you have written the right comments in the right position. Suitable identifiers with names meaningful to the purpose have been used throughout. Now, all the data structures have meaningful names. Again, very important thing, all the data structures that you are using should have meaningful names, means arrays, variables, constants, everything that you are using should have meaningful names. The program is in a logical order. Again, very important thing, what should you be doing? Logical order again is playing a very important role. Besides this, your program is accurate. It's performing all the tasks required in the logical order, and once the program is executed, it will actually give you the right results. And you can see the solution logically performs all the tasks given in the scenario. Ignore minor syntax errors. That is what is the instruction for the examiners, because they are giving you a little leverage, but I highly appreciate if you all are able to ignore all the syntax mistakes in your program. Your program or your pseudocode should be free of any sort of errors. Okay, I highly appreciate it. And for that, we need practice. The solution meets all the requirements. This is very, very important that whatever the requirements are, you have identified the requirements before you start solving, and definitely you will be able to get your answer. Okay, mean that if you have followed these things, then 6 out of 6 are definitely going to be in your case. Got it? 6 out of 6. This is going to be your target to score 6 out of 6. Understood? Your program should be fully documented. You are going to use meaningful names for your data structures. Your program is following a logical order. Your solution is accurate. And all the requirements mentioned are clearly met. Yes, are we clear about assessment objectives 2 and 3, which we need to refer to, which we need to keep in mind before we start solving the question?